Cydni Tetro is here from the Women Tech Council to show us some of the must-have survival tools to help you get through the last couple of months, the last couple of weeks of school. Now, Cydni's been showing us some of this before.
She's going to blow your mind.
In the commercial break. What are these tools? How can they help us survive and get through? The little ones, they're getting antsy real fast at the end of the year. You've got some great ideas.
But we have all those big projects left.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So I'm always thinking about, like, how is tech going to help us, right, get through the last 30 days? Because we have massive assignments due. As your kids, grow up, we've got massive. Okay, so we want to talk about what tech can we use to make our life easier.
Yes.
So I'm going to start with those to get us through the final days of homework.
Okay.
I have like pages of math my kids have to do.
So the app you have to have is called PhotoMath.
PhotoMath.
This is the one that every parent should have,
Every parent has to have
PhotoMath.
Okay, so all you do is download the app, and if you hover over any math problem...
So that you're mirroring, this is you doing this right now.
Yeah, we should be mirroring right now. Yep, any math problem, it will solve it in real time, and it will give you the answer. And if you want to go into the steps of how it's solved, you click in, and it will tell you exactly the steps that you do to solve that specific problem.
Wow. And this is blowing my mind.
It's an amazing app.
Because I am terrible at math. And so my kids are always asking me, well, how do I do this? And I'm like, I don't know, ask your dad.
That's right. Well, and you feel like you need to help your kids. So I showed you algebraic problems because they're a little more complicated. Yeah. But it works on a wide host. As long as you can read those numbers, it in general will solve for you.
Up next we have, is it Wolfram Alpha?
Wolfram Alpha. So this was created by a ton of brilliant mathematicians.
Okay.
And it will also basically help you solve almost anything, including all of your calculus problems. So if we're like, we need the surface area of a sphere equation, we can type that in here. It will give us the formula, right? Surface area is 4 pi a squared. It will show us those, and then we can even put very complicated problems in there. If you're doing derivatives or sine or cosine, doesn't matter, or calculating surface area, you put it in here, and it will give you all the details. So for all of your children who are going to more advanced math, Wolfram Alpha is amazing at its ability to show you.
But it does also teach them how to get there.
That's right.
So we're not just putting in the problem and, oh, there's the answer.
Cheating.
Right.
That's right. Well, and a lot of times it's the steps that are complicated. It's the application of a formula of like, okay, where am I picking for z exactly, or what is it looking for radius or diameter? So it's going to give you all of that. It is a parent's lifesaver when it comes to solving math problems.
Oh, I love it. Okay, what's the next thing we've got?
Tiny cards. What are tiny cards?
So the next one that I want to show you is this idea around tiny cards. So you can create your own flashcards. So for anything you're studying for. So in the case, they have some pre-built, but they also have some where if you want to tap in and say we're in a beginning Spanish class, they have some that are pre-built. You can practice them. It will say them to you, and you can swipe through all of these cards, and it does the translation. Okay. And so it's a really nice way. If I have to do quick study, if I'm doing times tables, doing addition facts, math facts, vocabulary,
like
anything you want.
I've got a Chinese kid. Speaking
exactly. So
Chinese.
Put your Mandarin in there and go ahead and flip through.
Let's clarify there. A Chinese speaking child.
My child is learning Chinese. Okay.
I gotcha. Yeah, exactly.
Up next is Easy Bib.
That's right. So we're all in the midst of writing a lot of papers. And bibliographies are really hard, and teachers require specific styles. Right? So this allows you to select any book that you want, and then it will actually allow you to cite it, including changing the type of citation that you need to do. So if you're going from APA to MLA, you can put that in there. You can choose what you wanted. So I was thinking of things like Ben Franklin.
Just talking about this work.
That's funny. The APA to MLA, that brings back such devastating memories of college.
Exactly. So if I found that book, I could cite it. It will show me the format. I can email the citation to my computer and copy it into my papers.
So it just
and this is a map exactly. And we're all looking for really easy ways to structure that.
This is one I think we can all use up next. Is Focus Keeper.
Okay, so this has become a really big trend. How do we keep people focused?
Yes.
The big trend is set blocks of time and say, I'm only going to do this task for blocks of time. I'm not going to jump into my email or my text messaging or a game. And so this is really around that. Set blocks of time, set the timer. Can't do anything else for that focused amount of time. You get a lot more productivity out of your day. So for your kids, it's a brilliant way to say, 25 minutes, we're going to read. And when the timer goes off, we're done.
All right, we like that.
I love that.
Okay.
Our final app here.
My final app here is, have you guys used this yet? Calm?
No, but I feel better just even saying
it. It's like very exactly. So Calm was the app of the year from Apple last year. Really? It was designated as such. And it is all about you can set all of these settings.
Is this like the breathing one?
It's a little bit like my iWatch is always like, you should breathe.
Yes, mine too.
And I'm like, okay, clearly I should. But Calm is also really about, you can set these settings when you go to bed at night. I did a video recording of one where it's actually telling a story. So it tells them in these very soft voices, but it's fascinating. The music slows down. There's visuals on it. There's audio on it. And you can pick all sorts of different ones that you want it to do. And it will actually play those for you. And they've said it's had huge impact, which is why it was the app of the year.
Wow.
Right? So sometimes you just need those moments to just step back and not be distracted from everything else. And this is that intent. Take 5-10 minutes, step back, and just calm down.
I guess if we're all just going to stare at our phones anyway, we might as well get something that will relax us out of it,
Exactly.
Right?
And it makes a big difference. It has been interesting because I sometimes don't use those, but as I was testing for this, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I should have a daily calm. You're right.
Daily, refocus.
Great stuff.
Exactly.
And Cydni, where can we go for more information? These are great ideas.
You can find them on womentechcouncil.com.
Those math apps, I'm telling you.
You have to have them, but download them right now.
For my first graders math, because I can't even get through that right now.
Oh, poor Nick. I'm sorry.
All right. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.